Hey folks, it's Ben. We're here with a unboxing and construction video. We purchased a concealed litter box, and I'll display the model. It's probably on the card, and I'll also show it picture in picture here. And so what we're going to do today is assemble it. So we've got it in a nice square box like this. Came UPS, so that's pretty nice. There's no physical damage to the box. There wasn't anyway. And so we'll go ahead and open it up and see what's exactly in this box. You can't quite use it yet, they're sporty. Okay, can you move it on? Move it on, move it on. No, you don't need that. True way. Alrighty, so let's open up an end here and hope it's the right end. Maybe it's a opening box. No, it's not. It's not Squish the Kitten. So first up we have some styrofoam. Can we move along, ladies? Thank you. Interesting to have these cardboard pieces just for the styrofoam. Can you? Thanks. And then we got styrofoam on the top, styrofoam on the bottom, so they encapsulated it in styrofoam. Is there a whole top sheet? There is. My goodness. That's a little crazy. But I guess, can you not get in there? Thank you. So we picked the neat wood coloring. So we've got a main panel here. It's got its pre-drilled holes and date of manufacturer. And oh, there it is. We have a number. So can we not get in here quite yet? Just let me get it empty first, then you can have the box, okay? So that was 4. This is 3. And this side is 2. So they're coming out in order. Give me more here. Guessing this is the top. This is piece number 1. So much packing. We've got a bag here with a ripped top. Looks like we've got a side vent with kitty paws. This is number 6. Guessing being a box, it would have 8 sides. Here's the other side. So this is number 5. So 5, 6. This is probably the bottom, I'm guessing. It's number 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, I guess. So 7 pieces means there's an opening front door. So that's all that's in the box. 7 pieces of wood and a bag of toys. And maybe there's a manual in the bag. Let's find out. That didn't work out. So in the bag, we've got some hardware. Cool. And they're lettered in, they have letters in individual bags. But I have not yet seen an instruction sheet. Oh, here it is. Perfect. So then we also have our instructions. So let's get this packing material out of here, lay out our wood pieces, and start getting this thing put together. So we have our 7 panels laid out. Obviously there's a top and a bottom, the 2 sides that are there, the 2 doors, and the back side there. Now, according to the instructions, one has the cat hole in it and the other one doesn't. It doesn't matter what side you put them on. So if you happen to have a design that wants it on the right, you can, or if you have it on the left, that's fine too. Inside of your bag of tools or stuff, no tools provided. Looks like we're gonna need a Phillips for these, I call them peg and cam type of connectors that we have here. We also have 2 of these magnets on the doors so we can access the litter box. We've got feet, so there are 4 with nails, and then 2 screws in here, so that's D and I. And J and F, looks like we have hinges for the doors and some screws. We've got 2 door handles. And then we have some wooden dowels that are obviously going to be in there for support. So that's the set we have. Let me grab us a flathead and they also say a hammer. So let me grab our tools and get to it. So it looks like they've got several pieces per instruction piece. So on our manual here, we'll actually start with this end piece that you see here. And what they're requesting is to put 2 of these metal in our bag of cams. They want 2 posts on the outside 2 holes here. So there are some holes pre-drilled on this, not on this side, and there are holes drilled on this side. So we'll need 2 posts for that. And we also need 2 feet, and we need to hammer them onto the bottom here on each side. And there's no pre-drill, well, there might be, but it doesn't look like there's a pre-drilled hole. Nope, you just gotta have to line it up and hit it with a hammer. So we'll do that right now. So there's 2 feet and 2 pegs. I'm going to do the feet first, and I'm going to set it like so I can kind of get it dead center. Take my hammer. Placement's not critical, just got to get it in the middle somewhere. And then on the 2 outer holes on the bottom, there are 4 total. We'll put in 2 of these posts. This is a compressed cardboard or compressed wood, but the veneer is nice. It's seems a little thicker than just the usual paper bookshelf you'd get. So that's the 4 on this piece. We also need to do it to the piece with the hole in the end. So once again, one side is solid, the other side has little holes in it. And we'll get our feet and put them on. So that's the second end. And then on the back piece, we're installing, and that's part number 4. It should also be plain on one side, holes on the other. And the orientation is 2 big holes and then 4 little holes. And on the outers, we're also putting more posts. Because these go in once well, but after that, they start getting a little worn out. So we've got our step 1 complete. Step 2, we're actually starting to assemble. So how about them apples? Let's go ahead and take piece 2, which is the solid. And we're going to be taking the base with the cams facing the bottom. And this is where you decide on where do you want your exit to be. I'm guessing the bottom is, this is, I think, piece 7. Yeah, it's important because there's only one front side. So at this point, with all the cams on the bottom, these big cam holes, it'll actually sit like this on the ground. So if you want to have the opening on this side, now's the time. So that's how I'm gonna build mine. So that's what we're gonna do. And it looks like what we're doing here is we're also putting in 2 wood dowels and then the cams. Okay, so in these, I don't know why they didn't have us do this on the other step. This is bag C. We've got these little wooden dowels. And I want my opening on this side So I'm gonna put my wood dowel here, and if you want to make it a forever, you can glue those in, but I'm looking to do that. And then I built enough of these that you want to put your cam in ahead of time, and there's a kind of a plus minus, and you want that towards the side hole you see here. So I'll have that opening so that the whole thing can go in, and then we'll just turn the cam and we'll be good to go. And we can tweak those a little bit. And now we can take this, drop it on like so, and then turn the cams righty-tighty to lock them in. Now it's not strong yet, so you want to move right along here. So you pick your side, and that's all that's on that step 2. Step 3 is the back, and it's fairly complicated. So what are we doing here? We're putting in 2 dowels and the 2 stands and more dowels there. Okay. Let's take the back. Like so. 2 dowels, 2 more cams. Go in these lower cam holes here, or I should say the outer holes, or the cam holes. Don't get in my shot. Thank you. And then this should go along the back. Like so. Can you not play with that, please? Thank you. We'll tighten this one, and we'll tighten this one. And that's that step complete. And the next step is the next side. So once again, take this, keep it the same orientation, but we need the 2 wood dowels, 2 cams, and we should be good to go. So with those in, the cams in, bring it around, bring it down, tighten the cams. I'm guessing this makes changing if you wanted to flip the sides around fairly easy, because it's only these cams so far, and probably ones on the top, that actually hold the sides in. So if you wanted to flip them, you certainly could. So that's it for this guy. Next, we place the box very carefully. And we have lots of, looks like we're doing dowels on the top. And it's showing the inner ones for dowels. So there's 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They showed both depending on how you have it set up. But there's 6 wooden dowels. And then on the top, we're going to be putting in 6 of the little posts. So the top is over here. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And so for us, we're going to be putting the posts on the outer of the pair. So what that means is, of a pair of holes, we'll put them on the outside ones. The other thing to do on the top is we need our magnet assemblies. And we take away the striker component, the flat bar. So we just have our magnets, and then there are 4 little screws that they are calling part F. And so they're in with our hinges. There are 4 of them. Well, there's more than 4, but we'll only need 4. And we need to, they have pre-drilled holes on the bottom here. And so we will just loosely attach them until we get everything together, and then we can tighten them down once we know where we want the doors to be. So that's the assembled top components now. We have our 6 pins and 2 magnets. Next, we're actually going to be getting the doors ready. So step 7 is our hinges, and I'm guessing using the rest of these little screws to put these steel plates on for our magnets on the doors that are over there. Here are the 2 doors. We're actually looking at the inside of the doors, and you can tell because there's 2 holes that go all the way through, but there are also 2 tiny holes up top here, and that's where our little metal pieces go to help with our magnets. And these are actually set one way as well. They have a little recess on this side where our screw head will hide, so we'll set these up there. And the same screws that we use for the magnets are the screws we're going to use for these. Once you get the metal tabs on the bottom of each door there's a little place for the hinge plug to go into, and on the top as well. So these go in first, and they're just a friction fit. Do that for both doors. There's another hole right up here. At some point you can also peel off these number stickers because you'll have figured out what piece is what. So with the hinges on, the last thing we are doing is we're actually putting the knobs on. So they're in their own little bag. And then some of the leftover parts are the actual screws for them. So you'll just want to, like any other little knob, put the screw through and then just tighten the knob onto it. This step is easier said than done because we're just about out of mounting hardware. So we have these hardware screws and we have our bits and pieces, but it appears as though when you put your screw through the hole, only a little bit comes out, not enough to actually attach the knob with. So that's not a good design. So I guess we're going to have to skip this step for now. It is the right one. It does screw into the knob, but it's not long enough to go through that and the wood without some sort of modification. So that's not cool. So we've got our hinges on and we have our plates. So we are good to move to the next step, which, as we kind of figured, is to put the top on the base, and we'll put in a bunch of cams to lock that down. And then we will also while we kind of have it loose, apparently we'll latch the doors in, and that's probably it. So a cool thing about this is that I thought you had to leave the top loose, but these are actually sprung, so you can actually squeeze, like put one in the bottom hole and the other one will retract enough to then just click in. So you can tighten the cams whenever. I just figure, well, while I'm here. And then I'm going to tighten the cams down. So the cams are down. That's it. It's done. Now, it does not come with a litter box, so you'll have to provide your own. We happen to have one ready to go, so we'll put it in there. But that's how you do it. That's fairly easy construction. If it weren't for these not being the right size, and honestly, you could just do that and just have it flush and poke your finger through the hole there. But if these were longer and would have fit, then they stick out a little bit. Oh, look at that. So we got that one. Maybe these are okay. So one of them is okay. But this one is just not there. So, if you have any questions on this one, I'll do an outro with it actually in service. As you can tell, we'll have a lot of cat volunteers to try it out. Feel free, ask any questions, leave any comments, like you bought one. It's a nice square base. It's either the floor isn't square or it isn't, that's fine. Nice paneling. We picked the wood color because it kind of goes with nicely with our decor in the house. If you have any questions, thanks for watching, and subscribe to our channel, Regal, not even Regal, Red Barn Homestead, for additional awesome videos on assembly of this, that, and whatever, some technology, some wildlife, some animals, you name it, we do it. Homesteady stuff, so pretty cool unit. Let's put it to work.